We are live. I need to link to this. Nobody's watching. Make sure this is actually working. Yeah, it looks like it is. Live stream unboxing UK Tomy. I can't believe I'm in 2008. Open the box. Okay. There's many boxes. Which one should we start with? There's 2 big ones and 3 smaller ones. Grab the Clorox. This one. Small, okay. Bro, that ain't a small box. That's the smallest one there is. It's small compared to these. Duck GWR the movie. Yeah, okay, it's a bag, but it contains a box. How did the UK sets arrive so fast? I don't know. It was like 2-day shipping with UPS, but that was over the weekend. This is a bigger box than I thought, but this is also a bigger expansion thing than I originally thought. When I first saw a picture of this box, I thought it was literally just what was on the front. But it has a bunch more stuff in it. It's basically a complete layout, just with no engine. Shit. I just want to see the thing. I really like the this version of the pedestrian bridge, which is also in the this is completely out of focus, isn't it? Give that stuff to charity. This is also in the larger 1992 Thomas set, although this one I notice has the later Tomy logo molded into it, which I don't think the Japanese one has at all. Yeah, I think like 3 of these from 1992 Thomas sets at this point. I really like this. It fits in with the Wellsworth station really well. I'm not going to mess with setting up the layout that this thing, a brown roof. I'm not going to mess with setting up all this track. I think everything is here except the signal. But I really wanted to have one of those boxes. So it's a cool thing. It's the 2-part tunnel from Tomy Super Rail originally, as was discovered recently. And then this part of the R15 switch. Oh, non-Thomas. Okay. I have the white and blue non-Thomas one. So there's that one from Thomas, and then there's the one that was originally in the Herald set, which was reused in one of the Steam-Along Thomas sets. I don't remember if it's the bigger one or the smaller one. All right, another small one or a big one? Another small one. Really want to get a double crossover. Yeah, I still don't have the one that is automatic. I own one, but it's in Japan. You see a Furby. Oh shit. There's the Furby. We got this at a thrift store. It was $6 apparently. Okay. I guess I'm gonna do another medium-sized one. Kill the Furby. The automatic one. Yes, the one that's also in the Big World Big Adventure track pack thingy. The one where from one direction you go straight through and from the other direction you cross over. I have one or two, but they're still in Japan. I really should have grabbed scissors and not just a knife, but in Japan, do you mean shipping or are they being held by someone for you? They're in a warehouse in Japan waiting to be shipped because I don't want to pay DHL or anything to ship them. I should just ship them C-mail. It's the same difference between waiting for EMS to open and waiting for C-mail to arrive. I store all this stuff in my parents' basement, pretty much. If I was storing this stuff at Checkmaster Boko's house, I wouldn't have bothered to ship it to the US and just kept it in the UK. Oh. I wasn't expecting that. This has part of the box. No man-child, yeah. I was not expecting part of that box. I guess that gives away what's in this. The rest of this is the box. I don't think so. I thought it was weird that the Thomas and Crinkle Deluxe Action set. It's the set that comes with Thomas and Birdie, which has the brown version of this tunnel, plus the Cranky accessory pack. But in this set version, you get the gray version, which is the individual play rail release. I know that does kind of hurt. I would have rather not seen the cut up box to this because it wasn't in the listing, so I wasn't expecting it. I don't remember if there's a Thomas for this, but there's the Bullstrode. It's cool. Oh god, there's more of the cut up box. That hurts. And then there's this big guy. This is not specifically the reason why I bought this lot, but it is cool. I think this one shipped in 2 boxes. So one of the other boxes contains the rest, and then there's instructions for it. See the Harry Hill's Pet Rat was riding on. Yeah, at the end of the movie, they have the rat that was riding on a Tomy Thomas like 4 years before it was released. Yeah, he said it was from the 80s, exactly. Is there anything else interesting here? Let's see. This is the, I can't see in there, the flat front Farquhar, which actually fits together correctly. Because later on they widened the mold around the windows and doors, but did not change the base. The rest of this box is wrapped up. Okay. Hello, Knapford Terminus. I thought maybe the rest of this box was the rest of the Thomas and Crinkle set box, but it is apparently drumsticks. Okay. Is there any edible motor rotom rail or play rail pieces? Yeah, Eugene, Thomas, and Percy come with candy. If you count those, I guess technically a complete Eugene, Thomas, and Percy would have the candy with them. Which I don't know if there's even been any pictures of a sealed Eugene Percy. There's one of a sealed Eugene Thomas that I assume has the candy in it, but I've never seen a Percy in that blister packaging. Hello. Let's move on to this one. Let's push that out of the way. If I got a sealed Eugene Thomas or Percy, can you open it and eat the candy? If I got a sealed one, I would not open it. But I would be curious as to what that candy tastes like. I have some of those the translation that we've decided on is mini play rail, which I don't think is what it actually is called, but the play rail stuff that the miniature plastic play rail stuff that fits in a single, it's like play rail advance, it fits in the rail of a single piece of track. That stuff, there's some releases of those that come with candy, and I have whatever the most recent set was, it's from like sometime in the 2010s. I have a box set of that, and I assume it still has the candy in it, but it also expired like 5 years ago or something. I thought the Eugene Ninjas were just shrink wrapped with a sticker on it. There's a picture on the Thomas wiki of the Thomas. It's in like a blister packaging. I'm pretty sure it's the same way they sold. There was some other play rail stuff that they sold like that. There was an unpowered train. I don't remember if it came with candy. I think it might have. Oh, this is not the one I was expecting it to be. This is a really cool set. I saw this on YouTube at some point as a kid and completely forgot that it existed as a set until I was looking at the different versions of this mountain thing. This is like the only set that has 4 engines in it, I'm pretty sure, which is pretty cool. Although this one does not have the engines. It also has Oliver in it, which is neat. Although this one specifically does not. But I've been holding on to extra, yes, that was 100 pounds, extra examples of those engines to put in here. There's a bunch of stuff in here that I didn't have. Like I've never had the engine wash. I've never had the little windmill Herald accessory sets just because they were basically not sold over here. And I've never had the big mountain. Eugene Candy Troublesome Truck, it just wobbles. That would be good. Ever since I found out there's that hit Troublesome Truck that wobbles that comes with that painted Thomas, I've been wanting to get one. I think that's probably the same Herald as the that other sets. This is all packed away because this is like quote unquote unused other than having the engines taken out. Has this been, yeah, so this is updated mold Wellsworth because this would have been in the 2000s. I don't know if I have a Wellsworth dated 2001 on the bottom because I have plenty of Japanese ones and I have a US one from some Tomy World set, but that's obviously all older. Somewhere in here, there's a little tiny flag piece, which is always missing. I'm not going to pull all this out right now. But yes, that's a cool and expensive set. Give the Furby some ham and kill it. Why does ham kill Furbies? Some trucks that came with salty did it. There are trucks that do that. There's trucks in the a bunch of things that do that. But the re-released Thomas and Wagon set has a bunch of cars that does that. I think maybe the ones with the older Thomas and Rocky or Percy and Rocky pack. Not the one that comes in the standard 3-car box, but the heck is that thing? Pack comes with like 2 cars or something. I think those have that up and down gimmick. How much was closer from the UK to US? Lots of money. This, I really wanted it. I really like sets that have the engines with the rolling stock that they originally came with, and there's basically only this, the Dale with James set, and the 1993 Henry set. Oh, that's smart. I was wondering because there was this lot had other box stuff. They put everything in the biggest box and then collapsed the other boxes. So this is that crossing that got pirated for that set that Leo Kim Video looked at, and I think that the actual crossing that's included is not in very good shape, but I don't care. That's not why I bought this. And then there's so I didn't have this issue of this set. I have this is the other 1992 set, basically, the 1992 basic set. And I have that version, and I have the 1997 battery operated rail set from the US, but I don't have a Tomy World version. And this is the first version where they changed the suggested track layout. That's the instructions for the Percy and Bulgy sets. So now I've got this version of the set, which is cool. And there's a like a 2000s release of this set too. Full in box is making me want to gosh my eyes out. They're not in great shape anyways, but I'll take this over over not having these set boxes at all. So there's the classic Tomy drawbridge that has been completely fucking obliterated. I have so many of those, and only 2 of them are in any kind of good condition. This is the crossing. It's in pretty bad condition. I don't know why I'm bothering to show this. It's not Thomas, so nobody cares. It's kind of cool. It's like the Elsbridge crossing is more focused on the rail side, and this one is more focused on the road, which is kind of neat, but it's in really bad shape. It's missing a lot of things, and the boom gate is held on by the sticker. So, I'm not going to dig around in here too much, but there's a Percy, there's a Thomas, there's the bits to those sets, basically. There's one of the rail on top of road tunnels with all of the bits missing, of course. There's another. So this would be a like import top tier DVDs. I don't have any plans to right now. Yeah, this is the older made in Thailand version of the station, which was released outside Japan. As far as I know, there's no, let's see, there would be a made in Japan version of this specific coloration. There's plenty of made in Japan versions of this station mold because the station mold was around in Play-Rail for a long, long time. Before being used for Thomas, the original releases would have had the a little male hook thing instead of this tree, which broke off a lot. And I think by the time they switched to production in Thailand is when they replaced it with another tree. But the early ones, you could remove the trees. This one, the trees are like melted into this mold. And then there's also an added ring around this tree that used to be the male hook. And the version with the male hook did originally come with a little piece of mail, which is also almost always missing. Okay. And that's probably more than you ever wanted to know about the Wellsworth Station recolor of the, I think the original Play-Rail one is called the Country Station. Oh yeah, so this is already broken off. Let's see, the other 2 parts look intact. Look, the top of both of these is broken off. Hello. Let's see. Oh, that actually survived. Oh, it didn't survive coming apart though. Yeah, this blue plastic Tomy was using at the time it yellows and gets brittle. It's the same stuff they were using on Gordon's in the early, well, Gordon and Edward and Thomas in the late 90s and early 2000s, but it's why all the powerful Gordons are yellowed to shit, because was the only time he was released was when they were using this mold of, or this mix of blue plastic. Where's the powerful Gordon? There's a powerful Gordon. This is one of the nicer ones I've found, but you can kind of tell the front, interestingly, the actual engine wheels have yellowed a bit on this one, which I haven't seen that often, but the tender wheels are the original blue. And then this one has the intact weird coupler, which is apparently also on the Powerful Gordon red coaches, but I don't think I actually have an original Powerful Gordon red coach at this point. find that. I have some of those with all the clips intact. I have one that has been completely shattered. One of those Rode switches that's completely shattered. I have two other ones that I think have cracked up as well. I think I'm going from the bottom on this one. The Brown Road and the Terrence sets also gets really brittle like that. The normal Tomy Road at this point is starting to go soft and doesn't really fit together nicely anymore, which is interesting. So half of the road pieces go soft and don't like to fit. They don't like to stay together when you put them together. And then the other half of the Tomy Road pieces break apart as soon as you try to connect them with each other. And that brittle blue plastic is the same stuff that they also used on the curved ascending tracks, and I think the normal ascending tracks too. I know that one plastic mix just yellows and gets super brittle. I swear I've seen some ascending curved pieces that basically look green at this point. Oh boy, I bet this is this is probably another Tomy Road switch bits at the bottom of this box that's broken up. Keep the Tomy Road away from the sun. You're going back in time to intercept the plane bringing John's UK items second hand. This is another set that I've never actually owned. This was out in the US. This is the Thomas Adventure set. Oh, the station has busted through the box over here. Our blue Lego pieces are very brittle. Yes. Blue seems to get the short end of the stick occasionally. Oh, shit! I was not expecting that. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, yes. This is going to be PAL, I'm sure. So I can't play this in any of my VCRs, but holy shit, I was not expecting this. No, I don't have any Universal VCRs or anything. Holy shit, I was not expecting this. This is sweet. Damn. That just floored me. I was so not expecting that. Sweet. Another Chuffing Annie, which was in this set, and in Japan it was in the Thomas and Harold set, which I feel like they kind of morphed into this set over here in the US. DM you about getting a multi-region VCR. I'm sure I could get one. I'm surprised I don't own one, to be honest. I don't know how many versions of this are there? How many how many English versions are there? 0619 GB PAL. Yeah, Chuffing Annie comes in the Thomas Adventure set. I don't know which variations of it exactly, but for sure this version. Let's see. This is a birdie with the added screw. There's a whole bunch of multi-format players are garbage. Stick to an authentic PAL player. Okay, I won't turn down getting a PAL VCR. I'm trying to remember if I have any other. Oh yeah, I do have some other PAL tapes. There's like 3 major versions of Birdie. Actually, I think there's 3 major and 4 minor, 4 total minor. There's the original made in Japan, which is not super common because by 1995 most stuff was in Thailand anyways, and that's when they introduced Birdie. And then there's the early made in Thailand, which still has no screws. And then there's these ones, which have a single screw holding it in. And then the later ones have a second battery compartment inside, which is also screwed down, which is kind of interesting that they did that to me, but I mean, not a big deal in the scheme of things. I don't know if there's actually a Thomas in here. Let's see. Well, those broken blue bits are not from this road switch, so they're... Oh, yep. There it is. Geez. If this red girder bridge is complete, it'll be the first complete one of these I actually own. Man, this is so cool. I can't get over this. There's some really cool other stuff in this box, but this might honestly take the cake for me. Some other not Thomas to Michael World stuff. These ones don't look like they've even yellowed all that much. No, these ones look like they're fine. Is this the lot I found? Somebody found it and linked it in the chat. I honestly don't remember if it was you, but I'm sure you'll recognize the rest of the stuff. Bag of miscellaneous. Some of this is Tomy Train. There's no Tomy Train engine, but there's the remnants of the big Thomas Tomy Train set, which is completely escaping me. I think it's just called the Thomas the Tank Engine set. Some Diesel 10 trucks. Do you have Tomy Duck? I have several Tomy Ducks. I just picked up the other day my first Hit Toys duck. Well, I have a Hit Toy duck, but it's a Duck's Close Shave. I don't think there's anything super interesting in there. Another dark blue three-way switch. That's nice. Yeah, the hay loader in that set is missing a piece. I don't know if this has the signal, but it does have the fence. Do I have a giant Tomy Thomas? Yeah, I've got a US one and a box Japanese one. This is a real cool piece. I never actually checked if they had to change this activation tab to work with the Tomy Train engines, because I know like the that old half straight turntable, I'm pretty sure the activation tabs on it are different. As the bag in the US meets up with Walmart bag. I'm sure I have some Walmart bags in here. That's a cool piece. Ryan. I don't know if this is the version of the box you had, but there's the, it's just called Thomas the Tank Engine set. Yeah, this is the old yellow to Michael World box. I think there's a red version. Show me Tomy Train's Henry. It's not here right now. I can show you Talking Action Henry. Actually, I think they're all in pieces. There's some Eugene Percy's there. 3 of them. I just sent one to Muddy Poppins earlier this week. Let's see. Seems like it might be. Oh yeah, this Thomas is from 2008. This is not the right Thomas for this set. I figured you had the slightly later box to this little Bell building, which is missing the railroad crossing sign. I bought Player Percy and he arrived with CJ face, but with classic face. I was upset. How much you pay for a Talking Action Gordon? Talking Action Gordon depends on the condition. I have got 3, but none of them are in excellent shape. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. 2008. That's got to be right up at the end of Tomy in the UK, right? That's got to be like this would have been in a Hit Toys, or not a Hit Toys Tomy box, a Tomy Trackmaster thing originally or something. Love your revisions video. Thank you. I do plan on doing one for The other engines probably up through Percy, but I couldn't find a couple of the ones. I figured out my painted face white running board Percy was at my apartment. Trackmaster Hit Toys just used Tomy in the UK. Yeah, that's what I mean is that Tomy Thomas is 2008, which I think makes it late enough that it would have been a Tomy Trackmaster. Where do I buy my Tomy trains? All of this stuff was on eBay, but UK eBay. I imported it all. And then Playero stuff I get from Japan. Okay. Oh, shit. What? I don't remember this being in the pictures. How do you tell a painted face and a molded face? Or well, molded face and painted face is kind of a confusing way to. Oh, don't worry, Star Switcher. There's more. Molded face versus painted face is kind of a confusing way to say it because either way, it's. Oh, it was in the description. Okay, I completely missed that it was boxed. Kind of a confusing way to say it because they're molded either way. The difference is that a molded face is molded into the smoke box, or a painted face is molded into the smoke box, and a separately molded face is you could remove the face from the smoke box. One of the ways to tell a painted face is that usually they have a white rim. Like you can see this one has a white rim on the part that's around the smoke box. In general, let's see. A painted face isn't going to yellow at all. If you see chips on a face, it's probably going to be a painted face. So like this here, we've got this is a Hit Toys James, not a Tomy James, but it has a molded face for the purpose of pointing it out. This is a painted face James. It's got that. It's probably hard to see on this video, but it's got more of a white rim around the face. And yeah, this one has some, like this is a paint chip. That's not like a dirt on the face or anything. That's an actual chip in the paint where the black plastic it's molded into is showing through. Okay, so there's that. Oh, I wonder where that other, there's something that was in the pictures that I'm now not seeing. Oh, I bet it's in one of these boxes. Okay. Ooh. That's Gordon's coal, I guess. I've never had an express coach that wasn't from Japan. Yeah, the painted faces are real nice looking, in my opinion. I hope this has the coach. I've never had a coach that was not Japanese. Yeah, it's got the coach. That's not in bad shape. It's not yellow. Yeah, somebody, they're putting the boxes upside down, I'm pretty sure. It's a pretty clean face. This is probably my nicest painted face Gordon now. Just got my two favorite characters boxed. Oh, he's missing the power switch. So he's going to need some repairs, but that's fine. Yeah, I've never had any of these style of boxes. So that's cool. Putting that back in there. Henry has a missing wheel. It does? Oh shit, it does. It's missing the middle wheels. I did not even notice that. Well, I've got more Henrys. Anyways. Yeah. The coal for this is in here, yeah. These are from the Gordon is also a 2000. Somebody's DMing me on Twitter, I see. Yeah, he's missing his middle wheels. Interesting. I wonder how that happened without taking him apart, really. Because I guess Bottom of this isn't cracked. I guess the little axle cap could have come apart, but that's a pretty nice condition Henry. Yeah, the face is in pretty good condition too. The painted face Henry is June 2002 and has a fusing capacitor. Yeah, June 2002 is a pretty late Henry in that style. Yeah, of course I already have painted face Henry and stuff, but I don't have one in these nice boxes. Oh, to go back and buy one of these for £9 at some point. Box is not in the best shape. That's the little Japanese caboose just fell out the back. Painted face James, not in bad shape. He's got a broken wire. And a nice cattle van. Yeah. How much did you get? How much did I pay for these and where? It was on eBay UK. I don't remember how much this lot was. Was this the one that was like 25 bucks or 25 pounds? Was this the one of them was like 10 pounds, one was like 25 pounds. I think I paid 10 pounds for the that accessory set. One of these big lots was 25 and the other one was like 15 or something. And the Roller Coaster Mountain was a lot more expensive. Somewhere there is a boxed, yellow box diesel as well. Not sure where that ended up. That might be in the adventure set box or something. There is no diesel, but I believe there is the box. My painted face Henry is from November 1923. Oh boy. Oh, there is some of the bits to the that bulgy overpass thing. I'm not sure where, if anywhere, that box or the diesel box ended up. Do I have a four-wheeled Thomas? Yeah, I have a mini four-wheeled Thomases. Don't know if I have one here right now. Actually, yes, I totally do have one here right now. In the parts bin, or the extended parts bin. Here's a four-wheeled Thomas. This is an early Thailand Thomas from 1995, which has, I don't know how much of a revision it is, but these early Thailand Thomases I found have slightly wider slits between the treads on the traction tires. It's not going to come across at the resolution of this live stream, but there is a difference there. Okay, I'm going to check who is DMing me on Twitter. What is this? What happened here? Okay. Anyways, Master hit toys talking Thomas. That's the extended parts bin. Okay, I think that's everything. I have not found that diesel box, if in fact it does exist. Oh, there's a Tomy train man who fell out of something. got a Roller Coaster Mountain. I just got the Roller Coaster Mountain set. Oh boy. This is really just all over the floor now, huh? Ooh, favorite item I own. Favorite item I own is honestly probably anything out of, yeah, the lot had a Tomica World Diesel box and the tankers. The tankers are in this bag, and honestly, the box might be too. I just haven't gotten to it. And no diesel. Tomy Curve Track, yeah, that's my favorite. My favorite item is probably any of those early Japanese customs I owned. Because there's literally nothing else like them in the world. But I mean, that's not an official release or anything. At one point they were, but now, I mean, they've been customized. Favorite official thing? What's the... Well, I don't know why Tomy engines are so expensive on US eBay, to be honest. Like, this stuff was comparatively cheap on UK eBay. They're not expensive in Japan. The US market is just so overinflated. For one thing, Tomy never was that widely released until almost the end of the lifespan in the US. Like, before 2005, like the 90s stuff, there was barely anything released. Like the early 90s stuff, you got the Thomas was in sets, and then there's those 3 accessory packs, which are almost impossible to find. There's the Tomica World era stuff, which finding painted face stuff in the US is just hard to do, period. And then the US stuff, the main cast was basically all that was out until the Ultimate sets started selling well. Before the Ultimate sets were gaining traction around like the holidays in like 2005, 2006, like Tomy just didn't sell, from my understanding, just didn't sell all that well in the US. And that's why, like, we never had a release of Lady before that. We never had a release of Diesel 10. We never got Lady with the trucks. We never got Diesel 10 with his mustard trucks. We didn't get that stuff until Tomy was doing those engine with track packs. I don't think we ever got Oliver in the original release. So just like stuff like that just isn't around in as big numbers in the US because Tomy wasn't pushing it all throughout the early 2000s up until it actually started selling well. And I'm sure that's why we never got Oliver. I'm sure that's why we never got some of the other play rail stuff that was exported to the UK and Australia, like the sort of rail yard and that other like regular stuff. And like Tomica World never really sold that well in the US either. Yeah, so there's a lot more Motor Road and Rail Tomica stuff in the UK just because it was selling better there. That's just how it was. And then, I mean, like, growing up, I literally never remember seeing Tomy stuff. I think because it was mostly a Toys R Us thing. So, I mean, if you were only shopping at Target, like I was primarily as a kid, I would get Wooden Railway stuff online, and anything else I got came from Target, which is why I got take-alongs when it was still Target exclusive stuff. But Tomy was never really pushed in Target the same way it was in Toys R Us. But then Hit Toys came along, and they were pumping Target stuff a lot more. They were having Target exclusives and all kinds of things like that. And then obviously Fisher Price and stuff was in Target and everywhere else, but Tomy stuff never really sold all that incredibly well in the US. I mean, it sold in decent numbers for sure, but not like it was in the UK. Justin, you take photos for us to see later, from me or Brady? Let's see. What else were people asking about in chat? I live in the UK. No, I live in the US. Tommy Henry's like $40 on eBay. Yeah, I know. I'm literally like, I the US market especially just seems so overpriced. But yeah, I'll probably clean all this stuff up and take some photos and videos and put them on Twitter later. Maybe put some stuff here. Maybe look into importing a UK VCR. I almost bought, stupidly enough, not a VHS VCR. I almost bought, of all things, a UK Betamax VCR. I have no UK Betamax tapes. And I was also considering grabbing a V2000 for some godforsaken reason. This purchase is 2001. That's pretty late, and I think these other tender were 2000. I don't know if James has his coal. Man, I do kind of want to find that diesel box, but maybe I'll do that after this is over. Get a haircut, hippie. I haven't gotten a haircut in 7 years, I don't think. I don't plan on doing it now. I'm going to... Oh, this is a Tubbs group chat. Okay. No, I was added to a group chat while streaming. So I was getting new notifications. Buys the Thomas and Tuggs Betamax tapes. I would love to get those PAL Thomas Betamaxes. I'm almost surprised that there weren't Japanese Betamaxes, just because Betamax actually hung around in Japan. Rebuilding one of Too Much Thomas's layout. That's really cool. I'd like to see that. Talking Fisher Price, James, Percy, Henry, Edward, and Gordon. Should collect Tugs merch. I've never seen Tugs. My least favorite item. Least favorite item. I never said my most favorite actual item either. Yeah, I'm surprised there's no laser discs either, especially exactly having seen those Pingu laser discs. I was surprised that there were no Thomas ones, really. Tugs Betamax, collect toys based on Top Gear. Yeah, I know I should watch Tugs. I had that weird dream about finding Australian Tugs Betamax tapes, which were open frame, and the tape was stored on fishing reels for some reason. Only evidence is that one catalog clipping. To me, honestly, catalog clippings don't mean a ton. Like, it's stuff like that supposedly US Day Out with James set release. It's in that mail order catalog, but I don't really believe that it was ever, if it was ever sold in the US, it was only in that catalog. I don't believe that set came out in the US. I just don't. I still don't know my least favorite item. I don't know. Oliver's not great. Let's be honest. But I don't know if that's my least favorite. Because, I mean, I like Oliver. Oliver's cool. But imagine if Tomy started making Thomas toys in places outside of the US. They re-released Big Loader a couple years ago. Yeah, of course they're cooler engines than Oliver, but I'm trying to think of worse engines than Oliver. Yeah, Too Much Thomas was definitely importing Japanese items in the early 2000s. It's on their old website. They have places that were, well, they were, some of the stuff they were buying on eBay, because there's a link to an eBay store that was importing stuff. And then some of the stuff they had found a Japanese dealer that had a US, or not a US website, but a website that you could access in English, and was apparently shipping stuff to Australia at least. Man, least favorite item. What's something that gets on my nerves? Yeah, their Marar website is listed on their old videos. Oh, favorite Too Much Thomas layout. I like them all, man. I don't know. I really like the their incline railway that was powered by an old Gordon. I think that was really cool. Yeah, I mean, generally I don't buy things that I don't actively like, but I mean, if it's in a lot, like I'm not gonna not buy a lot just because it has one thing that I don't care about, you know. Oh, hey, here's my new favorite item that was an actual release. This VHS tape. Man, least favorite item. What's something they completely got wrong? What's something that I don't even keep in a box with the rest of the stuff I have? Yeah, you can use Wayback Machine to go to the Marar website. If you go to Wayback Machine and is that a Digby amiibo behind the Isabel? Yes, there's a. Oh wait, no, it's not Digby. It's Captain, I think, Rover and Isabel. John becomes an. That's a different definition of a fall there, Sharkmaster Boko. I don't know. My least favorite Tomy item, I'm not sure. Least favorite Thomas item in general is probably some Trackmaster 2 thing. I don't know. Tyco World VHS tape greatest moments back with Stinky Cheese and Furby car. This would have a tough time fitting this in a 3-pack box. I should check the shipping on Muddy Poppins' Eugen Percy. I thought he might have been the first to show it on YouTube, and he might be the first on a video, but I did show one in a live stream months back. So technically not the first seen on YouTube. This is the talk and action stuff to fix. There's like five talk and action Henrys that I'm working on in here right now. New player Henry is not great, yeah. The last new Thomas character I paid attention to is Hero. Yeah, that's about the last time I paid much attention to a new character. Actually, that might not be true. I think I watched Hero of the Rails and it was relatively new. The new player Henry, it's not the worst of the bunch. Edward is definitely the worst of the redesign ones. But the not having the whole running board white, having it not be white after like the wheel arches is not great. And I don't like the truck at all. Johnson's a bomb to Muddy Poppins. The bomb activates when he says his intro. Hello, everybody. Yeah, Edward is the worst one now. My first Tomy, I only had one actual. I realized this the other day. The Spencer I had as a kid was a Hit Toys. The only Tomy set I had as a kid was, it's called Thomas at the Station. It just has the Thomas in it. It has no rolling stock. It doesn't have any straight pieces of track. The closest thing you get is a rail stopper, which is cool. To be fair, and the rest of the track is not very configurable. It kind of sucks. Yeah, I'd like to see more Hero stuff. Japan does some cool stuff with Hero. I was about to say it would be cool if they did a hero based on the Day Out with Thomas hero that they did over in Japan, because they did the Thomas and the James back at the time a couple years ago, but there's no point because it's basically the normal hero. Like that one is pretty close to the actual engine. Because it isn't actually a D51 though, is it? Wasn't it like a D50 that they built into the Day Out with Thomas hero in Japan? I don't think it's an actual D51 Wooden Railway Metallic Hero. That's the most recent Wooden Railway item I bought. Not most recent to come out, most recent that I have bought. You know what? That's a good point. The worst Tomy item I have is that original set. Yeah, I was gonna say the hero is not actually a D51, so I guess you could do that. Do I own very much regular play rail stuff? Yeah, this milk crate is full of regular play rail stuff. And I have boxes and boxes. Actually, also this box over here that you can't really see is also regular play rail stuff. And many boxes at my parents' house are regular play rail stuff. Oh, non-Thomas play rail stuff, I assume you mean. Yeah, I have a couple of bins of not Thomas stuff. I've got the nicest thing I have is that old rim drive clicking C12, I think. It's a D15. Is it actually a D15? I don't know what that is. I don't really know trains that much, to be honest. I know Thomas. What the hell was I saying? Regular play rail stuff. I really like some of the regular play rail rolling stuff. Not so much the stuff that's just part of like a Japanese commuter train, because it's like a Japanese commuter train coach. But stuff like the original play rail cattle van, the one that actually has animals inside it, that's great. There's lots of other regular play rail stuff that's pretty cool. Brown coaches are just nice. Leaving to play Roblox, have fun. And then I have a yeah, there's this one that where they actually move, and then there's I think 3 or 4 different styles of this cattle van. They all look almost the same. There's for sure 2. There's one with red wheels and one with yellow wheels. And then there's a third version of one of them that has actual axle boxes molded in. Okay, the James one doesn't have them either, but there is a play rail one which has axle boxes. And then the other one that I have, it has animals in it, but they don't move with the door. But I don't remember if that's the red wheel version or a different yellow wheel version, possibly the yellow wheel version with the axle boxes. I would have to look at through my photos. Why did play rail discontinue engines like Duck Oliver, Neville, Bill Van Donald, Douglas Molly, maybe tons of others? I mean, plenty of that stuff was discontinued just because the characters weren't on the show anymore, and then they just never brought them back. Which I don't know. It would have been cool to have, especially like Duck back. But I mean, honestly, I don't even know how big of a presence they were in the newer seasons because I haven't seen anything. Hey, Tow Train, I'll get right on that. Why did YouTube has been holding for review a bunch of these chat messages, but I didn't care about that one. I guess because you said feces instead of shit. Should we see if any of this stuff works? Hey! That's got a split gear. Look at that. Oh, it's catching now. It was going like half a turn and then catching. Yeah, Duck got discontinued when they like changed over to the newer boxes. Duck got discontinued like right around when they reintroduced him into the show. People who aren't from Twitter are probably so confused. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know who here actually came here from. Yeah, I know. That's really cool to be seeing the voters speed up like that. Probably are pretty confused. This James has a broken wire, so that's not going to work. Ban pocket from the stream. Ban pocket from the stream. I see that that's what chat is going to devolve into now, is ban pocket from the stream. How do I mod someone? How do I make someone a stream mod? Oh, okay. I was gonna say this has a broken power switch, so I can't turn it on, but luckily someone left it in the on position. There's another nice speed up. Does not have much. Not have a ton of power. That's funny that someone, it is broken, but it was left turned on. Need to do the custom Trackmasters battery test speed run. I honestly don't think I've seen enough custom Trackmasters to guys, please no. I don't know how to make someone an admin. Is it the 3 bubbles? Pin user and time, add user, add moderator. Okay. Photo is now a mod. Don't ban pocket. Yeah, the express coaches, you get like 5 express coaches together and they all have different roofs and half of them are cream. Like, it's so annoying, the variance in the express coach colors. Because anything from like you get 2 coaches that are like 2 or 3 years apart, and they're just completely different colors. The base of this station is another thing that yellows occasionally. I had one of these that like was completely just cracking up. Imagine if Gordon came with at least 2 express coaches. What I really, really wish PlayRail had done is when they released Henry in '93, they made a set with him that he came with the original rolling stock he would have had if you bought him separately. And they only did it a couple more times, and I've got one of the other ones now, the Percy and Birdie set, where I wish they had released engines in sets, and they had come with the original rolling stock that you would have gotten with a single release. Because you can get some of the engines in sets, but they don't always come with their original rolling stock. Some of them are close, like the Roller Coaster Mountain is close. You get Oliver with 1 coach and Rusty with 1 coach instead of 2. And then you get Mavis, but with a normal truck. And I think the Australian Mega set might be close to having the correct Donald. He basically has a bunch of engines from the recent loss he bought and unboxes and just rushes testing the engines, like slamming the battery and then tapping the baskets to get it to work. I wish they'd done more sets like that. Point being, I wish they had done a set when Gordon was new. It didn't have to be a big set. It could have been like the Henry set where it's a pretty small layout. But I wish it had either been his original release, so he comes with 1 coach, or even better, 2 coaches. Like 2 coaches, a little like loop with a passing siding. I'm telling you, that set would be great. I don't know what is 1 and 2 on this. Is that a 1998 Furby in the background? Yeah, it still has the tag, I think. We just looked at this earlier. Trackmaster Boko wanted to see it. Yeah, it's got the tag. Yeah, it's 1998 Furby. It does work. It doesn't have batteries in it right now. If I can get the view count up to 30, can you please ban pockets? I'm not going to ban Pocket. As funny as it is. Where did Chuffing Annie go? Annie. I want to do a, I want to connect up, well, not two Chuffing Annies, but the Rim Drive C12 with the clicking gearbox, Chuffing Annie, the Tomy Chug-along train. That's it. The Tomy train's Chug-along train. And then there's a Playrail version of the old Percy mail coach when it was in blue. And it was an original Playrail thing. That also has a noisemaker like this. Yeah, I know. A bunch of Tomy stuff was not released until like 2005. I don't know. I really like that red C12 that came with those animal cars in the UK. I think that's a really cool release. Am I just stupid? I mean, probably, but there we go. I don't know what's holding that in. That's complete. Almost all my Tomy stuff is dated 2005. Yeah, I didn't get my one Tomy set until I got it. I can't remember if I got it at a day out with Thomas or just around the time that I went to Day Out with Thomas. What happened with Chuffing Annie? There's not much in there. Can I get a kiss for good luck before I start my physics test? Absolutely. Mwah. There's Tommy James. You're welcome. See how many batteries you can fit in yourself and then wire yourself up to a powerful Gordon motor. I used to, back when the CGI face, back when that CGI face Trackmaster Thomas with the AA, the flat type drive unit was common, I used to, for fun, take two 9-volt batteries, wire them together, tape them to the sides so there was one on each side so it was balanced, and then just run those CGI face Thomases until the motors burnt out because I did not like that Thomas. And then I didn't own one for like 5 years. Like up until I found one at a thrift store earlier this year, I did not own another one. That was a fun use of my time in middle school. All right, let's see that. So this station is currently not working, but also I barely know how it operates. Yeah, at one point I was saying the plastic on the base of this also gets really brittle. I hate how they made the Chinese Dragon have the cool-eyed Thomas. Yeah, I also want to pick up one of those. It's easier to find in the UK. There was one that went boxed not that long ago in the UK. Ooh, I think Cranky's gonna work. Cranky at the Docks is possibly my, actually almost certainly my favorite Tomy destination. Let's see if this Percy works. It does. We've never seen this before. This is great. The best part right there. The best part is that it releases the engine at the end. I love this destination. There's a some of the old Playrail airports have a similar catching mechanism. Do you have Playrail Bill? Looking to the left. No, I don't have a Playrail Bill. Yeah, the docks was originally released in these things are loud if they're not greased up. And to be honest, they're just loud, period. The Cranky was originally released with a slightly different, I don't have the other one here to compare, but the early Japanese one, which was released in the 1999 Thomas and Cranky set. I don't know why I blanked on the set that came with Thomas and Cranky, but that Thomas and Cranky set comes with the early version of this. The early version doesn't have this 5th locating tab. It does still have the one that's larger in this corner. And the way that it attaches to this is not it's not a hexagon. It's like a crescent, basically, or a half circle. So it only fits into this base one way. This one fits into the base in any way that you can get it to fit into the rest of the base. It'll connect to this. There are 2 versions of the docks set, like the shed I one with the roof tooled into the main part, but I feel like there's another one where the roof and body are separate. That's a good question. I don't. Are you talking about the? My bad. The green onto the brown, or this whole thing molded into the base? Because I don't know if I've ever seen one with this molded into the base. And then the other difference to the Cranky in the Japanese set is he can spin around 360 degrees. I don't think that the base causes him to spin around 360 degrees. I think it's the same base. It's just they added in more things to make sure you actually put it together correctly when they localize it. I'm not sure when exactly they did it. I don't know if it was when they did the Playrail Bill and Ben set or what. Never understood why Tomy Cranky is gray instead of green. The Bill and Ben set comes with a green Cranky, as does the Playrail Cruise set has the same green. Oh, hey, Hoovy. It has the same green Cranky, but you don't get the cargo piece thing. Yeah, what am I trying to say? I'm going brain dead. The Playrail Bill and Ben set, the exclusive items to that at this point are the bill, the looking left bill, which honestly I think you could find a bill from the US or the UK that just coincidentally has eyes that are looking more over to the left. And then the little cargo bucket that Cranky carries on his hook, that was not re-released in the Thomas and the Cruise set. But otherwise, the green Cranky in the Thomas and the Cruise set is the same as the Bill and Ben set. So I may try and piece together a Bill and Ben set sans that cargo piece, because I've pieced together the Donald and Douglas set at this point. So I don't have original snow plows, but I've got the station, I've got the tunnels. I've technically got Tomy Douglas tender, but not an actual Tomy Douglas. So I'm going to take a 90s Tomy Donald and put a hit Douglas battery cover over it. So it looks like a Tomy Donald. I'll either do that, or I was trying to find a UK Douglas for a good price, because I can just use the 90s Tomy Donald chassis and then it'll look like a 90s Douglas. Looking 5 pi over 6 radians bill. The one thing I'm missing is a life. I'm missing a lot of things. A life is just one of them. I still don't see that diesel box. I don't know if that actually came with this, which is not a huge deal, but would have been pretty cool to have. Oh, here's the, this is the sign for the dark blue 3-way auto switch, which I don't know where I put. No clue. There's the diesel tankers. Yeah, Donald and Douglas are expensive in the US. I got really weirdly lucky and found I've now found 3 Hit Toys Douglases, all without tenders, at yard sales. And I bought but the only one of those twins that I ever bought in stores when they were available was the Mattel Douglas. So I've got a Mattel Douglas. Signal, Percy, put them together. Okay. There's Percy and the backing signal to Sudry and Pooper. I don't have a Tomy Trains Percy here, or I could make him reverse. I can make him approach the signal and then reverse. Actually, he'd have to travel past the signal because of how... Oh, I guess that answers my question about the activation tab. This is a cool switch. The box isn't there. I'm going to write John's new movie, John and the Quest for the Tomica World Diesel Box. Current product, Tomy Playroll Thomas series. Toby. Playroll Toby. They started soldering Toby's little thing at some point. You can actually see it through the bottom that his little tab is soldered in place. This Toby's from 2010. All these toys are cool and all, but like I prefer Trackmaster 2. I do kind of like how Trackmaster 2, to give them the smallest piece of credit in the world, I like that they did a steaming James and Percy. I think it would be cool if Playroll did them. I know who I'm robbing if I turn to a life of crime. Yeah, I've gotten that a lot. Believe me. Should maybe do something with these. The brand new toys are trying. Yeah, I mean, look at this, right? It doesn't even have a 3D nose. Clearly, it's absolute dog shit, right? Sometime 7 years ago, I bought a Toby set with a clown car and a stop track. That's like the deluxe Toby or something. It's the track that triggers the clown car. Yeah, everybody threatens to rob me. Oh, that's the part. Please stop cussing. My grandmother is watching. Fuck you and fuck your grandmother. How many Playroll Gold Thomases does your grandmother own? I am his grandmother. I had to do a double take there. About what? Poco's grandmother? Robbing you would actually be very beneficial to someone who knows the baby toy market. I mean, yeah, it would be. There's a lot of expensive stuff. Okay, yeah. Should we get some of the stuff out of the roller coaster mountain box? I've never seen like half of the stuff in here. Literally, the only destination that comes in this set that I've ever had is the station because it was in plenty of stuff. I feel like it was only in like one thing in the U.S., but between the UK and Japan, it was in like just so much. That all just looks like track. The Japanese roller coaster mountains have brown track, which is interesting. But they kept the blue like the rest of the stuff. Will I ever collect? I saw. Will I ever collect wooden? And I thought you were gonna say wooden railway, and yeah, but I do not plan on collecting wooden baby cribs. Glow in the dark Tomy line. I wish I'd picked up more of those Target exclusive, and to some extent the Toys R Us, like the snowy Toys R Us stuff back in the day. Are collecting Take and Play. I have some Take Alongs, but I don't really have any Take and Play. I've got a back duck and a Airy, one of the Ironworks twins. I got it on. I don't really remember where I got it. They never released the one with Terrence over here. Well, they never released any of those over in the US, but the Terrence one I think only ever got released in the Australian mega set or something was the only time it was outside of Japan. I don't really want to completely mess up how all this stuff is boxed, but yeah, the Terrence is in the Australian mega set. The closest thing that those pieces ever got to release in the US is the Snowy Windmill in the Thomas Holiday set. Wow, this is heavier. Why is this heavy? I really was not expecting this to be heavy. There's Go, Manual, and Auto. Oh, this does something. What does it do? Having it in auto or manual doesn't change anything. This doesn't need batteries, does it? I don't understand why this is so heavy. I need the Talking Action Holiday set. I've got one box, which was made up out of two. Okay, if I put... Oh, I see. It does make the water go up and down. Huh. And the little roller brush things go back and forth unless this one's broken. I mean, it could be. Oh, actually, I think they were, and I just didn't notice. Oh, yes, it is bringing them back and forth, but very slowly. Spin the wheel. I tried spinning the wheel. I don't think it was... Okay, now it is. Loud as hell. Bro, wash your hands. I've been unboxing old shit. I mean... Huh, never had that before. I'm mirroring what you're doing. There's the original stickers and the flag, which is always broken or missing. That just looks like some track. This thing is pretty cool. There's a freaking washer there. Just use that. Yeah. Fair enough, I guess. So there's a couple differences between this and the Japanese one. The Japanese one has brown track, and this part is green. And then the more recent Japanese one, it doesn't have the castle on the top. I'm not gonna have room to set this up. There's no point in setting them up. More. There's even more stuff further down in here. Somewhere there should be some double rail stuff in here. Oh yeah, here it is. It was down the side. I didn't realize that this set had double rail, which is cool. I really like double rail. I think play rail double rail is absolutely one of the best things Tomy does. And I wish that anyone after Tomy had done anything other than the switches. Yes, there's a flag for the castle. It's still in this bag with the stickers. Double rail is so nice. I love the double rail. The double rail, not the double rail switches that take one line and put it into two, but the double rail switches that are 2 through tracks and then they also 2 branch tracks. Love those. I don't remember how this goes in here. I'm never going to get this back in this box. Good enough. It was sold as unused. It's open and the engines aren't in here, but I've been setting aside the engines that go with it. So, and nothing in it is really rare. And I know I'm saying that about a set with Oliver in it, but it's the truth because I've got 4 of them in my apartment right now. I'm pretty sure. So, ooh, maybe 3. Might have sold one of them. Oliver's rare in the US because he was never released here. Oliver is slightly more expensive than other engines in the UK just because he was slightly harder to find to begin with, and pretty much the same in Japan. Although, to be honest, I see Oliver in Japan more often than I see the narrow gauge engines. Like, three Olivers, so greedy, canceled. Yeah, that's Oliver's is nothing. Oh darn! I was hoping it might be the service window bulgy. So this is the 1 screw bulgy probably. This is too much the world. Well, that could be a 2 screw bulgy, but I suspect it's a 1. Yeah, I'm gonna blow up my house after this. That's how I'm gonna end the stream. Percy's in not terrible shape. 2002 Percy. 2002, that would have been right before Micro World became Motor World and Rail, wouldn't it? Anyways, that's pretty much all I had to show. Yeah, I think Duck should have come with the branch line coaches and Oliver should have come with Scruffy and Toad. I think it's at some point, I think somebody must have decided to swap them for molding reasons, like they had Duck, Toad, and Scruffy ready to go or something. Yeah, I'll probably be ending the stream soon. Speaking of Scruffy and Toad, though, I'm still waiting on, and I need to check the tracking for at this point because I don't know what is up with it. The soundboard for my Talk and Action Toad and Scruffy that I've been working on. Donald and Douglas should have come together like how Splatter and Dodge were. You can fit them both in the same box. And Tomy's weird about releasing re-releasing their set exclusive stuff like that. They never re-released Douglas or Ben later on, even after those sets were long off the market, and they didn't get released outside of Japan until almost the end of Tomy. Over here in the U.S., we got Bill, and we never got Tomy Douglas over in the U.S. We didn't get it till Hit Toys. But yeah, I got the weights and stuff inside the Scruffy at this point. My soundboard and stuff should fit in this area here. I got to wire up the Talk and Action switch. And then Toad holds the battery compartment. Yeah, Donald or Douglas would have been a good fit with the breakdown train, but the issue is that I don't think that all would have fit in one box again without doing something like the larger truck style packs that they were doing in like the 2000s and 2010s. It wouldn't have fit in a box. Could have done in a set, I guess. Consider. Okay, I'm considering. Don't know what to consider yet. I've got one of them right here. I've got 3 currently in my possession. What if they re-released the breakdown train with an exclusive Tire Thomas? I like that. In fact, you could have done a wooden railway style that 5-pack they did with the tired out Thomas. That would have been cool. I mean, they did that. How many is there of that 2011 tired Thomas? It's like 250. I think it's 250. The old face tired Thomas. Frick, I can't find what I'm even looking for. 360. Okay. Yeah, Thomas and the freight car set is definitely close, but you could have done a 5-pack like that wooden railway one. And not had the track in it. Why the hell did I put that? 360, 808, 63. Pike. Oh, frick, where'd the mail take? No. I don't know why there's that Hit Toy email where they're like, maybe we'll release Daisy, but they don't know what to release it with. They're releasing engines with anything. They released Scruffy with Rusty at one point. Like they could have done literally anything with Daisy. It wasn't that huge of a thing. Like, but yeah, I a daisy like this wouldn't have been bad. Diesel with the breakdown train, maybe because I have some stone trucks. There was that diesel pack that had the breakdown train and the trucks out of the Thomas and the Trucks set, which is hard as hell to find. And of course, that means Muddy Poppins has 3 of them. And that's not a joke. Do you have that set boxed? Oh, yeah. I do kind of remember you talking about having that set. Maybe they still push Yeah, I know, right? They could have totally done a Daisy and a milk tanker. You didn't. They Hit Toy Company only did these 3-packs at like Toys R Us, anyways. Some of them are so weird. I was talking with someone about it. Like somewhere out there's Hit Toy Company Bocos that come with a Hit Toy Company tar tanker, and that's the only time that there ever would have been one. And like there's like one picture of it online, and then there's the diesel with like the I don't remember what the freight is, but one of them is like the red van, and like there's literally one picture of the top of the box online. they just barely exist, and most likely basically none of them were made. Yeah, they could have also just done Daisy as a single pack. Like really, the Toys R Us was the only place that Hit Toy Company was doing the 3-packs. Think about the diesel on the crane set, yeah. So much shit to clean up. Thank you. She still has no face. She just has a slightly painted over green splash. Yeah, it's just a Boco chassis with a 3D printed top. Which kind of been thinking about doing a derrick, but this chassis does not give you a whole lot of room for height. Motor, rotor, rail, or Tomica World Edward. You want a painted face one? Or a box one you're probably not going to find, to be honest. But a painted face Edward, you just have to look on eBay and look at the face pretty closely to see if it's a painted face or not. I found my US painted face Edward I found in a thrift store, so, and all of my other painted face Edwards have been from Japan. This is my first. This stuff is my first UK painted face stuff. So, Jesus Christ, there's so much stuff on the floor. Derrick, yeah, I've been thinking about doing a derrick, but I mean, like the top of the motor is just about hitting the roof line here, so. Tomy Thumper ever released outside of Japan? No. And it's pretty expensive. But I've got one. But like the height difference I'd have available for derrick is the difference between the yellow stripe, which is where the motor casing ends inside this Daisy, and the top of the curved roof. So it's not much. So I was thinking about just by capsule player thumper. Yeah, it's not that different. Thinking about maybe using, of course, it's not in here anymore, but well, I've got similar enough things. Thinking about maybe trying to use a tender drive unit and just moving the front wheels up more so that there's more of a separation between. Although, I mean, it's the same distance, really. So there's a Playroll Daisy that looks exactly like derrick. Yes, I do vaguely know which one you're talking about because I've seen people turn them into Derek. Yeah, it's the one with the handrails at the front. No, the daisy was hand painted. I didn't have any green spray paint. Yeah, this is all hand done. I want to maybe get an airbrush. Use Lori one face for Tomy Derek. Yeah, but then I have to sacrifice a Tomy Derek. And I've only got one right now. I could probably cast Lori one face or something though. Room cleaning stream. I'll have to do a talking action fixing stream at some point. Use Lego Ron Weasley face. Why? Why would I use that? Oh. Come to UK where Lori one isn't rare. Yeah, I mean, like it's easier to get one from the UK than it is to even get one from Japan, to be honest. It's a boxed Trimester Stanley I got recently. Why did I trap Stanley? I just haven't let him out yet. I didn't trap him, but I'm not going to let him out. Just keep some of this bubble wrap to mail stuff. Man, this partial box really hurts. Because I did not expect it to be in there. I think there's some other set with the box with that too, but I can't think of what it is. Maybe it was just this set alone. Let me check my eBay UK purchase history. Not this one. This is the one with the box to Micah stuff. Oh, okay. That one just shipped in two. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. This is the one that shipped in 2 boxes. Okay. All right. I am probably going to end the stream and then work on cleaning up my apartment, and then I'll probably set some of these sets up and have pictures and videos and things on the Twitter. So thank you all for joining me. Probably leave this stream up. I don't see why not. Thank you all for joining me. And goodbye. Show us in the Twitter. Yes, I will. Bums. Thank you, Toads on Ice.